when we dream, we just dream, but we also need to work and getting ready for that exact day as well.
You need to be consistent. You need to be doing it from your heart. And at the end, the universe will give you the right people, the right context, the right brand, which is believing in you.
Welcome to Out of Our Comfort Zone. Hosted by a high-performance athlete and Guinness World Record holder, this is a podcast where we share actionable strategies, inspiring stories, and expert insights to turn adversity into high potential for ambitious leaders, CEOs, HROs, and athletes seeking to excel in high-pressure environments. Here's your host, Deniz Kayadelen.
Hello, Bengisu Avcı is today here in my podcast, and she is the first Turkish woman who completed the Ocean 7 in swimming. I have deep respect to you, and people know we are both coming from Turkey. We both speaking Turkish. Maybe it's a little bit strange for those people who knows Turkish, but I want to share your story, this kind of story worldwide, that not just only Turkey can hear, but globally, your voice should be recognized and should be heard. And I think you have so many stories and so many insights based on your experience. So congratulations, Bengisu. You did the impossible, and you are the first Turkish human, let's say, not even woman, who completed the Ocean 7. And maybe you can introduce yourself quickly and also introduce what is Ocean 7 exactly.
Well, thank you for inviting for this program. It's just brand new program. Um, I am I am still in shock, I guess, because I've been waiting for today for 7 years now, and just by chance I swam my last channel at almost the same day when I started. So it was a lucky number: 7 years, 7th channel. So I feel lucky, and it was so much, I can say, many years of training, many years of determination and planning things, and cannot go by plan, then making plans again. And it was just, everything was so overwhelming for me. But at the same time, I can say I find myself peaceful when I'm swimming, and I just learn to accept everything. I think that's how I was always telling people, like, it will finish one day, and I will be like, maybe some I will not be the same Bengisu, but my feelings will be the same, because I always love being in the water, and I am already, I can say, I'm planning the other journeys as well.
Really? So you already started to plan other swims?
We are swimmers. We love to swim, as in ice swimming and as in channel swimming. And I think uh, the goals are great. To achieve your goal is great, but also keeping the journey going, for like going into another challenges. It can be anything, I guess. Just stepping into, like you said, out of comfort zone for another challenge.
Yeah, I think that's really great. So you didn't just focus on the results, you enjoy the whole journey, including also the challenges. You accepted that, and you find always different solutions with your growth mindset. And also for people who don't know, I started with ice swimming, and Bengisu always inspired me with the English Channel crossing. She's the second Turkish woman who crossed the English Channel. And I always admired her. And then I crossed the English Channel after years and years. And then Bengisu looked to me and said, oh, when Denise can swim in the icy waters, maybe I can swim as well. And then you started 2 years ago also with ice swimming world championships. And now you even didn't get a world champion, you get a world record holder in your age category. So I'm really so proud of you. And that shows also we can support each other, we can inspire each other, and there is no competition. In contrary, there's inspiration, and we need to push each other with all these success stories. And now you are the role model for all the male and female swimmers who wants to reach also this peak performance of Ocean 7, right? So I did the Triple Crown, Manhattan Island Swim in Los Angeles, the New York Manhattan Swim, and the English Channel. But there are further 4 other challenging swims. And especially, I have a lot of respect to Not Channel. This is maybe the only reason why I don't think I can complete Ocean 7. At least now I still feel, oh wow, this is a impossible goal because of this cold weather, because of the jelly.
And you know the cold waters, that's why.
Oh wow! So you did it, and maybe you can summarize what was the toughest swim for you. What was the toughest situation for you? I think there were a lot, right? Even English Channel, you completed in your second attempt. Not Channel, you completed in your second attempt. So it wasn't just going, swimming, and coming back. I also observed you had visa challenges because you have just a Turkish passport and not a German or Swiss passport like me. I'm lucky. For me, visa was never a challenge. And then, of course, sponsoring, getting the money, getting the time, everything. So maybe you can open us your world a little bit. And I'm a psychologist. I always want to go a little bit deeper, not just being on the surface. So what was the challenging moments for you when you reflect your journey?
I think there was many challenging moments, and they made the journey even better. But when we face them at the first time, we are thinking like, oh my god, it's the end. I cannot go on. Like, visa challenge was the first one for me, as you said. But sponsors and to going there, like, we are not just swimming the ocean, we need to uh, across the world, we need to fly there first, and then we need to make people believe that we can do it, because it's for a normal person, I can say it's also expensive. It's not like any other sports, because there is no money in it. Also, we have to pay for it, for our dreams as well. So many people find it really like, oh gosh, why are you doing it? You are paying for it, then you swim 50-60 kilometers. And I think my answer to
And
that
you don't
is
get the real gold, right? My mom
no, we get
asking,
nothing.
now you want a gold medal. Is it really gold? So do you get some money? I said, no.
We get nothing. I have this frame behind me. It's from, like, I can say they become my souvenirs from the Molokai channel. I think that was one of the my like the most challenging channels in the 7, because I dedicated my swims firstly to the life below water for the animals. Then, in my first attempt in Molokai, I got stung by the box jellyfish, and it made people think that sometimes our dreams are just not real. You cannot cross it. They write it was just impossible. You tried, but I wanted to start from Molokai, because as a swimmer, I started my journey really in early age at 6 years old. And then I made it to national team of open water. I was racing in 10K. And when I first hear about Molokai, I was on my third in the 7, I can say. I was in Gibraltar, and there was the guy, Mark Sowerby, was telling his, like, um what happened to him in Molokai. He feel that something touched in his leg, like it was probably a shark. And it was the night swim, the big waves, the boat cannot see the swimmer, neither the kayaker. So I was just find myself, wow, like, how great swimmer you must be to cross the Molokai. So I think that was my dream challenge. And as you say, he inspired me, because everyone, we are getting inspired by each other. And I think in the most of it, the swimming community was always supportive. They are not asking like, where are you from, or how fast you will swim. First they ask, what is the next challenge for you? that is what I like. In ice swim as well. I find out ice swim because of you. And at that time, I was struggling with visa issues actually. But we that year we had put on so much cold water in because of the upcoming challenges. So we just turned that disappointment about visa to the ice swimming. We said we already did so much cold water training, so let's just challenge us in ice swimming. So I think to accomplish this, your goals in also challenges in your business or in your lifetime, this Molokai channel, you need to accept failures as well, because sometimes they are not. They will be seem like failure, but actually they are not. Maybe the God or universe has better plans for you.
Yeah.
And I was always reading this sentence, but I was saying, yeah, they write so. No, it's real. I can tell you that now that it's real because I find myself going to Molokai. I got stung by jellyfish after 12 hours of swimming in the ocean, and it was really hard. I got out, I wasn't able to breathe. And I know what will happen next, what might happen next. I was having uh, like a panic attack. My heart was racing. I couldn't breathe. So they eventually they abort my swim. But that day, I can say when you go really deep, you feel like everything is like that's the end. I cannot do because we had the sponsors. I was telling it about my friends that I will do it, but then eventually I got ready for it, but I couldn't change it. I
Yeah.
cannot just take the jellyfish out from there. So I had to accept it, I can say. And not many people knows. They know that I got stung from the jellyfish, but they don't know that I waited many months from May till the captain called me in October. I was waiting with my luggage ready, with all the medicine I can take against jellyfish, with all the creams, with all the supplements that I may not find in Hawaii. But I had no budget because sponsor paid only for one attempt. Of course, that was their help for us. Nobody knows that I needed to go there again. So I waited like 5 months for that call, but I was always ready. And like like you prepare a bag when you go to birth, right? To the hospital. My bag was always ready. I was waiting for my baby, Molokai baby, to came.
Yeah, my bag is ready now there.
Yeah, so it's like it's being prepared for all the chances that universe may give you. When we dream, we just dream, but we also need to work and getting ready for that exact day as well. And eventually I got the call from captain. It was really soon. He write me what day it was. It's like in 3 days.
So for the second swim, right? He writes
For the second swim, there was no available dates neither. And maybe people don't know well, but we are getting slots. Deniz and me, we are getting slots for swimming the channels, and it's taking like you need to wait for 2 years to get there. Then eventually you get there, and you need to wait for a good weather as well. You wishing to swim, so it's such a long journey. So there was no available dates basically. Then I started seeing people crossing again. One of them was Andreas Waschburger.
Yeah.
Like he was really fast and he break the record. So I was thinking, I was shooting the universe. Oh my god, that might be the day because someone just break the record. It must be really really good time to swim. I wish captain can call me. And he sent me the message.
Right.
He said in 3 days you can swim.
And you
And
were in Turkey at the time.
I am in Turkey. There is like I don't know how many hours, 8 hours. No, it must be many. I don't know. From Turkey to Hawaii, there is so much time difference, but Turkey is going ahead of Hawaii. So I planned it. I opened my laptop And I told all my family, can we do this? Because I feel like I can swim. But at that time, Egor's passport, my husband's passport, was in the consulate. He was renewing because we didn't expect it was October. We were thinking the season is over, but it wasn't. And my mom couldn't make it. My father couldn't make it. My friends couldn't make it because it's so expensive last minute. But I bought that flight. I get on the plane alone. I actually missed the last one to the Hawaii, and I find myself crying in the airport because I couldn't just tell people I cannot wait tomorrow. I have a swim. So they put me on the next flight, and I arrive in Oahu at 9 p.m. At the next day, midday at noon, 12, I was in the boat.
Unbelievable. So you went there completely alone, without any support system, without anyone, just bought your flight from Turkey to Hawaii. Within 2 days, you went there. You couldn't catch your flight. You cried. You organized another flight. You went there. It's like a
That's my best story, Deniz, because we think always like a glorious finish and how we like get the medal, get the job, get the dream coming true. But it's actually the journey itself is more like it's amazing. And I will be keep telling that story, I think. And I made it there. Captain was texting us that day to Egor actually because I was already in the plane. He was writing, we will probably go out tomorrow. She can just take the plane to Molokai Island where we start. And Egor was replying, she can't. She's already in the plane. She's coming. She's coming. We are swimming tomorrow. Like, no, don't worry. She will swim. She's ready. And it was just a crazy thing. So I think
so you had also jet lag and everything.
I had the jet lag. I used my jet lag to Hawaii was a night swim. So I used my jet lag into night swim. But it gave me a terrible headache. But I managed to control myself. I saw in channel swimming, everything goes like sometimes you got seasick, sometimes you got a headache, sometimes you have like shoulder problems, or you are cold, or you are suffering from some other pain. But you learn that anything comes, it will go away eventually.
And what we need to consider as well, our friend also from the swimmer community, Murat Öz, in the same route, right? He get bite from a shark.
Yes, in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, so it's also a sharky area. So not just the jellyfish is a problem, but also the sharks. So they are sharks. So luckily you didn't get bite from a cookie shark, right?
We were searching for them. Before we go, I mean, there are cookie sharks, there are jellyfish, there are great white sharks, and the last cookie shark encounter was in 2019, which is the other swimmer Emre Erdoğan went to Molokai actually. So eventually he didn't start. So that is another question. There are challenges, and with the sea creatures you can only guess. You cannot know. Like there are jellyfish tables. At my first attempt, we were in the safe zone for the jellyfish, but I still got stung. And in the cookie sharks, I think there are sometimes they come and they go. They are always there, but sometimes there is one cookie shark. I think it was the same incident because before Murat swim, like I don't know, some weeks ago or 1 month ago, there was two other red top swimmers. One was Paul Leonard. He got bitten by cookie shark from his ankle. And then the next day, Joan Norman started to swim. It was both are in their fifth channel back then. So they needed to swim that channel, even though they know that there is a cookie shark.
You were not afraid of cookie sharks?
I was just hoping for the best. you never know. It's a kind of state of mind that you know that they are there. They may come, but you are just getting prepared and wishing for the best. Actually, they are not attacking all the time. Maybe they are mistaking us by some other sea creature or something. And I can say in Molokai we are using shark shields as well in under the kayakers, and it's changing every 4 hours. They are charging them, they are changing them. I actually touched it by mistake because there was so big swell. I touched it by hand and it was like boom, like a it's shock. It's giving you a shock. So it make me feel a bit safer because I said even though I might see a shark, but if it try to come closer, I think that thing will affect him like really badly. It even affects me.
So Bengisu, so many challenges, so many stories, and now you reached to your peak, right? So you have the 7. Looking back, what did you learn from this journey? What are your main lessons? I hear a lot of things, right? So you mentioned acceptance, flexibility. Even you didn't have your support system. You were so determined, so focused. You took the risk, right? Because so many people would say, oh, within 2 days, maybe I will not catch the flight. Maybe this will happen. That now it's too late. I can't go, right? So many people wouldn't even go. And I don't know how you managed that also with your sponsorship. Did you have a sponsor? Did you have again money? So there are so many challenges. And what are your main lessons from these journeys?
I think every challenge itself was they bring me a story, and I find myself like today I am 29 years old, but I feel like I learned so many things from these challenges. And when I look back at 2018, 2017 actually, when I first tried English channel, I had no idea what I was doing. I just followed the group because they think that I can do it. So I said, okay, I will give it a try. Then I failed at the first obstacle. It was cold. I said, it's cold. I want to go out. I cried for like 2-3 hours. Then eventually swim was aborted. But now when I look at the Tisugaru, where I came from just like, I don't know, 5-6 days ago, um, there were sharks, there were really strong currents. There is no tide there, but they changed the parkour, which is 10 kilometers away now. So you are not swimming just 19 kilometers. You are getting into water that after you swim 10 kilometers, your challenge will start. So you also swim more even. So it's not right, it's not fair, because for many years people swam there just 19 kilometers. But also the climate change, the current change, I don't know, the global currents are changed as well. So you need to accept what mother nature is thinking about you. That is the first thing, I guess, because I can say I am lucky. I was in so many positions that I can say unlucky.
Yeah.
But eventually I find that I kind of, how can I tell you? It's like it brings you to a state of mind that you accept everything comes to you. You just trying to see the light in it. Okay, I have this, but how can I go through with that? For example, there are sharks, and this is my challenge. I need to swim. There are my sharks coming because it came, before some years ago. They seen sharks in Tsugaru. So we had kind of a agreement with my boat crew. I told them I cannot touch the boat, but if you scream at me, there is a shark. Of course, eventually I will be afraid and I will come to the boat. So please don't tell me. So that was one of our defense mechanism. For the other things, when we first landed to Tisugaru, they said there was that Russian earthquake, 8.8 magnitude. So we land there after spending so much money, so much effort. There was Paul Leonard as well with me, the swimmer friend who got bitten by cookie shark. So he also gave so much to be there. He overcome his fears to swim again in the shark infested waters. So we were both hoping just to get in, but we heard that there might be a tsunami in Japan. So they didn't, but we didn't take it seriously at the first time because we came for swim, right? But they said you cannot get into water. Okay.
There
Then
was a tsunami, so you didn't get into the water because of earthquake to tsunami. So it's again like a movie, like a movie scene. So chapter, the last chapter.
yeah, like my friends were asking before the tsunami alarm, like, what could happen to you? You have experienced so much bad situation. As I was telling them, don't attract the universe, please, with these questions. Then we had the tsunami, but eventually we accept the situation. We waited, and it didn't arrive to Japan. It went to somewhere Hawaii, but it wasn't that big. So every day nature has challenges for us, and the day we swim, it was 4th of August early morning in Japan. It was a lovely day. There was not even like a small choppy waters. There was nothing in the water. It was like a lake.
Nice.
So we were like, oh, finally we will have a nice day. But no, there was really strong currents, and we find ourselves pushing non-stop. First against us, we had it from ahead, which was not in the plan because we've been told that it will come from the left side, left shoulder of us. That's why we got that position. But then we keep struggling against the current, and my father, my mom was watching us. They said, you were not moving, you were at the same place. So I was 11 hours in after the like halfway of the channel, and I had the deepest point. I said, I am pushing so much, and I'm giving my 100%. I cannot go faster. I don't think we will reach that point again. Like, we cannot go. But they said, like, just keep swimming. As usual, just keep swimming. Even though you cannot make it, we will try to tell captain that you are a good swimmer. This current might go away. Yes, it came without nowhere, but it means that it can go away as well. So, it's after 1 hour, it disappeared.
Wow.
We find ourselves in a like calm waters again, and that was the time they told me, Bengisu, just push. He is counting your strokes now. The other male swimmers both quit because they couldn't beat the current, so they want to abort your swim as well. Since you are a woman, they are thinking, of course, they are thinking you cannot beat it neither. So I said, like, in my mind, I experienced failure as well before. I don't want to find myself in the hotel room again, thinking about what I did wrong or how I failed. I just want to give 100%, and I will swim till the referee tells me to stop. And they didn't tell me stop.
Okay, so two learnings maybe, and add if I missed something. So first, trusting to the universe, and accepting the mother nature's signals, right? You can't change the mother nature, the ocean, the tsunami, the sharks. So accepting that it's existing, and letting go of all the fears, letting go of all the resistance, let's say, not resisting, and just trying to swim with the waves. And exactly the second one, you swam with the waves. You felt the currents, you swam and swam, you swam against the currents, but at the same time, you had the optimistic approach. You, in the darkness, you see the light, and you said, okay, maybe the current will go, and then I can swim, continue. And I think the third one is giving everything what you have, giving it all in or not all in, right? And I think many people doing this mistake, they are 90% in, 10% they have their fear struggles. And that's why they quit, right? But you didn't quit. You said, okay, 100%. I give my 100% till they say stop. I give my
I think how you call it, like, psychologically, when you give 100%, things always going wrong, but when you give your 100%, you know that you succeed already, because you cannot change the rest. But if you didn't push yourself, if you quit at the half point, then I prefer giving 100%, because otherwise I find myself always, I could do better. What if I could do better? What if I stayed more? What if I pushed more?
So the question is, in those kind of challenging situations, it's painful, you have exhaustion feelings, you don't see the shore. How you motivate yourself, how you can manage your limiting beliefs, your inner demons. We all have inner demons, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you transfer it? What is your processing? Because many people also asking me, right? And I'm, as a psychologist, I do also mental preparation, psychological preparation, even hypnosis I did before crossing the English Channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt like I'm in a fight and I'm in a war. Just my goal was, with the manifestation and with visualization, to reach the French shore. I just had this in my mind, but it wasn't easy to prepare. So I invested a lot of time, energy to get this mental readiness. So how did you get this mental shift when it gets hurt, when it gets painful? What is your shift, inner shift?
I think it was also supported by our training background as well, because we were talking about it with my sports psychologist Seren as well, and we find out I was pushing myself with Egor, with my husband. He was supportive too. So every day, even if it's raining, even if it's the sea is not so good to swim, we were just saying, okay, let's get in and let's give that 100%. Let's just see what we will feel in the water. And before Hawaii and before Tsugaru, I knew that I might swim 15 hours plus 15 hours. And I trained for that. Last month, before the Irish North Channel and the Tsugaru, I did 180 kilometers as training. It's almost the same as I was doing when I was like on my prime. So with that much training, it gave me confidence. Even the things may go wrong, I am able to go, if I'm able to push more.
Yeah.
Because before that, in my first years, I didn't have that much training. In cold as well, we push ourselves in the coldest waters of Çanakkale. Then we went to ice swimming with you. I experienced the coldest there. Then I find myself, it's like the first day in Japan, we we went to an onsen, and there was hot water and also cold water. And the cold water was 17 degrees. I said, this is not cold.
Yes, this is true, right? The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more your comfort zone expands, right? So 17 degrees is your comfort zone already.
But it wasn't before. I was having hypothermia in 17.
Yeah.
It's not just training. Okay, I gain weight. Okay, I put on so much hours, but also I came to a point that, like, okay, it's cold, but I hear myself saying, it's cold, but it's not getting into me. I feel in on my arms, on my tissue, that it's cold, but I'm not cold. I don't feel cold. And that is just, I don't know, incredible. How
The
your
transformation.
body can make it, like.
Yeah. So we always speak about transformation, and this is an example again. It's not just about physical transformation, it's the mental transformation, the emotional transformation, even the soul transformation, that you have more faith, you trust more to the universe, you accept what's coming, being flexible, right? That's the combination. And you mentioned also the sports psychologist. So she had also a support, then she supported you with the mental and emotional preparation.
Yes.
For sure, right? So in what extent do you think, what was it helpful for you?
I think my reason to start start working with sports psychologists wasn't actually the stress or fear as usual. My afraid was these days sportsmen also needs to be shown in social media, and I was telling like I need sponsorship, so I need to be visible on social media as well. But I don't want to quite spend so time to it, and it cannot, how can I say, show my personality, because I am not like that. I am determined. I love nature. I want to be there, and I can push myself for so many hours. I really don't care how many followers I have, because I have real people following me. You as well. Like we got people got inspired by us, and then they reach us like, Bengisu, you doing these things which is amazing. I don't know you, but I just find you, like, good luck, things like that. So that was enough for me. But in Turkey or in many places around the world, it seemed like it's not enough. So it made me like think, maybe I'm not doing enough, or I'm not good enough because I don't have so much visibility.
Yeah.
That's how she helped me. I think she gave me back my ego, which is not in a bad way, but a good way, because she told me like, you love being there, right? And that was, I can say, 2 years of working summary was, Bengisu, you love being there. That is the most important thing. And every time, even in pain, even when I have doubts, I was thinking,
Yeah.
yes, it's painful. I may not reach at the other shore. I wanted it so much, but I love being there.
This is so amazing. Thank you for your so openness, honesty, because I think many sports people or many also artists, they struggle with the same feeling, right? So the more you do extraordinary things, the more you need support, the more you need sponsors. And then suddenly you are not just an athlete anymore. Suddenly you need to be an influencer. You need
Yes.
to be your own marketing manager. You need to work on your own visibility. And it's also costing, or not costing, but draining so energy, because you just want to be the athlete, right? You just want to swim, push yourself, eat, drink, sleep, and focus on your goal. And at the same time, you are having concerns about the budget, money, sponsorship, visibility. And the sponsors, of course, they are challenging you and asking. I felt the same, right? Asking, okay, how is your engaging rate? How many followers you have? How many likes? How many
What
comments?
can you give to us? How
What
much
can you give to
visibility
us?
you can give us?
And suddenly your own worth suddenly is be defined from the sponsor's perspective, will be defined from your followers. And then suddenly you are in a space of millions of people, millions of followers, and there are so many followers. They don't do so extraordinary things. They have more followers, and suddenly you are comparing yourself with all this world and say, "Oh, who am I? What is my worth?" So, like identical crisis. And I think so many people would relate what you're telling now. And it's not about likes, comments, followers. You do it from your heart. That was the same with me. Some people ask me, why you do this? Are you doing it for getting popularity, visibility? I said, no, I swim every day in the lake, in the cold. So I don't film myself every day for social media.
You can't. You basically, you can't.
Even if I get more likes, or even if I get money, it is not worth. So if you don't have this intrinsic motivation, you can't do this, what we do. So yeah. And I think that is so powerful that the psychologists also then give you the power again to say, hey, you do it, you love it, no matter what happens. So you are in your own space, right? You don't do it to get followers. You don't do it to in a conditional way to be popular. So you are just be. And I think that's the biggest gift, when you can be, not doing it for something, but you are embodies your vision, right? And then the followers come and the sponsors come. And at the end,
Yeah.
I think you are so successful with all the sponsors, right? At the end, it worked out.
It worked out. It reached me to the sponsor. Maybe I can mention Aksa Turkey. They are my first sponsors. They were helping me with so much. I needed so much budget as well. But
Yeah.
then I had to refuse so many sponsors that basically focus on my followers or how I show their brand. I find someone that believes what I am doing, about the sea creatures, about the ocean life, and everything. So I can say if there is someone going through this situation now, like it will be hard because it like at the end you need money to reach your dreams sometimes. But like if you wait, there are right people coming to you. I think universe is sending them to you.
Yes, exactly. I'm thinking about my sponsorship. I also searched a lot for sponsorship. I have a lot of followers and popular also in business, but so many people who I knew, where I thought they can give me sponsorship, no one gave. And one day in LinkedIn, I saw some Turkish CEO is liking my post, and then it was just coming from my heart. I sent him a message and said, "Oh, thank you so much for liking my post in LinkedIn. By the way, I want to cross the English channel. I looking for sponsorship for collaboration if you're interested." And at the same time, in few days, he answered and said, "Oh yes, for our Adalvo, we are looking for someone. And here's the communication manager's name." It flowed. So I think, yes, you need to be consistent. You need to be doing it from your heart. And at the end, the universe will give you the right people, the right context, the right brand, which is believing in you. But you are speaking about a so important topic that we should not lose our value because of the social media and everything. We need to stick on our vision, on our purpose, because this is worthless. You can't, it's payless, so you can't pay this vision, right? You can pay for likes, followers, but you can't pay for this Ocean 7, what you did. So it's, even if you would do it just for money, I would give you 1 million. I think you would refuse it because
there is no money to.
There's
I think
no money. What can explain the sacrifice, right? So it's coming from the heart, and yeah, you do it from your heart and you embody it. And congratulations for all these struggles. And you worked on yourself, on your ego, find yourself again, your inner peace, and focused on your goal. Yeah.
I think nothing can make us more happy than to follow your path.
Yeah.
And reach your own dreams, not just someone else's dreams. I think people can find their power to stand outside of the circle, outside of the herd. You don't need to do the same thing what people are doing because you are someone else.
Yeah.
Even when we are a child, we dream about it. We dream like, I can do something. I can be an important person. I can fly. I can swim. I can travel to this place, to that place. So I was just, I think, following that child.
Amazing. And I know that in the past 2 swims, your husband get ill because he's also your trainer at the same time. He couldn't come. You didn't have your support system based with him. And I can imagine it was also a painful moment, right? And how did you motivate yourself emotionally again with knowing he will be not with you, but he's supporting you? Because so many people are getting dependent on people and support systems, but you showed a resilience and flexibility to keep going on your goal.
I think people depending on so much, they have lucky charms, they have lucky days, they have rituals. We don't have that. We had a dream and Egor came with me to Ireland, first to England as our plan. It was the cold training because I need to mention that in Turkey, summertime is 40 Celsius weather and the water is like 26, 28 degrees, which is really, really hot. And we want to swim in 13 degrees. So we were training for that. We start in England, and at that time he was already recovering from pneumonia. So which was, maybe we underestimated it. We were thinking we are sportsmen. He will go through that. He already start feeling better, but he got worse in England. So the day when we arrived to Ireland for my swim window, which was in a week or so, I don't know, 10 days, he hospitalized. He was at the room. He told me, just go to the training. I will be waiting for you. And when I come back home, I find him. He cannot breathe. He said, like, what can I do for you? Just call an ambulance. and we called an ambulance. There were people in Donagadi helping us a lot, and he stayed there 11 days in the hospital. So every day I was thinking, we have so much reasons to come back. He is so sick and he needed to stay in hospital. I was going to training in the morning with Chunky Dunker, the swimmers, and sometimes they were giving me a ride. Other days I was taking the bus to see him, and he never said that let's go home. He always said that I am here, I am okay, I am taken care of, I actually feel better, just do your swim, because we worked for it for so many years to be there. And with that motivation I was coming home alone. I hired the apartment. It's a big apartment. We planned my friends will come, my family will come. No one was there. It was just me, and every day it was morning training, then going to hospital and going to swim again. So it was my friends tried to came. One of them was Berker wanted to come, my swimmer, but he couldn't eventually because his boss didn't let him. So it was a shock for my sports psychologist, Selen, because she didn't come to Ireland for like as a client psychologist business. She came because she believed in my dream. So she said she just wanted to be there. Her job wasn't being on the boat, actually. And that day, when we realized that Egor cannot make it on board, I told her, I will manage everything. You will just give me my feedings. I can call someone else from Ireland as well, but you know what I am doing already. And even in a psychologist, I saw her face. It was like, oh my God.
Oh my God, how I can
turn white.
responsibility, because it's a lot of responsibility to give the feeding and manage the swim, and suddenly needed to manage the swim and support you. Unbelievable story. So you had this big swim in front of you. Your husband was in the hospital. A psychologist came. She is just a psychologist.
Yes.
Turned into the trainer.
But because she's because you guys are psychologists, she understands this situation really well. For example, we were at the beginning, later I know that we were pushing by the current. They didn't tell me, because when you are a swimmer, you don't understand because you are not seeing anything. And she believed in my pace, that I can keep up the pace, I can go faster. I have a thing that I made captains surprised by my pace. So they don't believe someone from Turkey can swim and can keep a good pace.
Yeah.
I don't know. They still have that. We are not like American, Australian, or British, so
you
we
are
are
like
new.
A beast. You are strong. Yes.
But we show them, so it was like all part of the story was just amazing. She did it also, like she had the empathy that how may I feel during the swim. But also I did so much training in cold water and as kilometers as well, so I gave her confidence. I said like, don't worry, I will be doing it. I just need you to follow the list, and that's it.
Amazing. It's amazing how you managed then all these critical situations, keep calm, having a clear mind, a strategy, and then pushing forward. So I'm now working on my next book, Peak Flow Methodology, right? And when I hear your story, the Peak Flow methodology covers 4 pillars: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And I think physical, no question. You trained, pushed hard, cold water trainings, long distance trainings, everything. Mental, you had a clear strategy. You are always activating your growth mindset. You have a sports psychology, so I think that helped you. The emotional part, you have this internal motivation, right? And the spiritual part, how did you activate your spiritual part?
I believe that so much, and I think people can only understand it by experiencing it. I I think it's supported by like some mental training as well. But I was always believing the ocean will help me. The ocean will get me there. If the current coming to you against, because it's the universe changing, it can be an earthquake, it can be any other current, that there is a reason it's coming towards to you, but also it means that it can help you as well.
Yeah.
So I was always learning, like I was calling it swim with the flow. So flow with water, because it can come and it can help you as well. So I was thinking maybe like a mermaid, maybe like a whale swimming in the ocean, it will help me, it will get me there. And I was thinking sharks may come to me, but I love the sharks as well. I love the sharks, I love all your children, mother nature, and I have respect to them, just let me pass.
Yeah.
So I think that is a spiritual, we read somewhere that we respect everything going on that day. Also, I must say, we went, when we reached to Japan, we visited a shrine, which like a temple. So I believe, my belief is like, everything connected by the universe. So all the gods, they just tell you to not harm anyone and to respect the nature. And that shrine was like that too. I throw a coin and I just, like kind of prayed for like a safe passage. And after I swim, I went another shrine to say thank you as well.
As well. Yeah, that's so powerful, and it's so in alignment with the spiritual practice that the universe has your back, has our back, and the wave can come, and at the same time the wave can go. And if the wave come, it can also help
You
us.
need to believe that it will go too.
Exactly, and maybe it has a reason. It has definitely reason. Everything is connected. I love it. Yeah. So, anything else you would like to share? What you didn't share before? What would be interesting, inspiring for our listeners before we close this amazing podcast? So I could ask more and more questions, but I think the time is coming to close. But anything you would like to share, what you maybe didn't share before?
I think I seen in these years, I got a chance to work with people, meet with people like me as well. But also, I see how, we are losing our connection with nature when we are working in our offices. I believe there will be many people working and just opening their laptop and watching us right now. So I think you need to find yourself, your connection with the nature again, and it will help you to fix many problems in your life as well. Just go out, just, I don't know, go ice bathing, go ice swimming, go wild swimming, just go to forest. In Japanese medication, there was a something that just go to sea, just go to the get into the salt water. So that will fix many things, I guess. Also with planning things, because I find them, they are the ones getting, so nervous when things not go as the plan. Because I have swimmers, they work in offices, they have their 5 years ahead is planned. And when we go to a channel, you need to be like, yes, we are going today. You might swim in the next week, but you may not get to swim as well. We may come back as well, but that is hard to manage. Everything, hard to manage sometimes, but always the mother nature is helping you. So you need to find a way to go out.
Yes, I love it. The Mother Nature is helping us. We are not the victims, we are the creators, and we need to be like water, flowing with the waves, flowing with the water. Everything is connected, everything has a reason. And flexible. Yes, I also not believe in this 5 years planning anymore, especially in the world of AI. Everything is getting distracted, and yeah, we can't predict everything, right? But many people have fear to step in the unknown. But crossing an English channel, crossing a Molokai channel, it's stepping into the unknown. You don't know what Mother Nature has planned. Suddenly a wave comes, current comes, tsunami can come, a shark can come, a jellyfish can come. It's like the life. Everything can come, everything can go. And what has come maybe helps us to open our eyes, to increase our awareness, to find our higher purpose, right? So even bad things can help us to upgrade ourselves. as in your story. You crossed the English Channel twice. You went to Hawaii twice. You didn't say, oh, I fell, now it's done. You said, okay, I fell, I learned, I continue in an upgraded version of myself. And this is growth. This is what life brings us. Learning from every challenge and being a better version of yourself. And now you created magic as a creator out of your comfort zone.
That's how we explore ourselves, I think.
If you'd like to learn more about how we can help transform your life and live to your fullest potential in your personal or professional life, we invite you to visit our website at outofourcomfortzone.com. By the way, if you enjoyed listening to the show, please subscribe and rate it. Thank you.